Well, I became an attendant. Well, I became an attendant at the Old Stone Mill during my first semester at Middlebury. I had just gotten a raw fleece from a farmer nearby and decided that I wanted to process it, and I really just needed a space to do that. So I've been working at the Old Stone Mill ever since. I got started working with wool when I got involved with a local farm back home in New Jersey that raised sheep, and they offered a workshop one day. They show you how to process a whole fleece from start to finish, so going from cleaning to skirting, carding, spinning, and also dyeing. And I really enjoyed it and wanted to continue, so when I got to Middlebury, I was kind of keeping my eyes open to see if there was anyone around that did that, or if there were any farmers around that I maybe could use as a resource, and I was able to do that. So once I got to Middlebury, I got to kind of build on what I had been exposed to before and really kind of get my hands into it. And I've been enjoying it ever since. So the process involves taking the fleece that's just shorn right off of the sheep in the spring, which is usually really disgusting and muddy and has all sorts of stuff in it from a sheep being out in the open all year round. And the first step is just washing it, getting all the lanolin grease out and all the particles of hay and dirt and whatever else are in there, which can be a long process, and it's sometimes a little finicky and specific, but once you have your fleece washed, you open it up and kind of spread it out over a table, and usually over something with mesh, and you do what's called skirting. So you go through and pick out all the little parts that aren't supposed to be there, and then you take little bits of fiber at a time and card them, which is this process that uses these two combs that look a lot like dog brushes that have these steel pins, and you pull the fibers apart and open them up, get all the little particles stuck in between them out, and you just open up the fibers more and get them nice and loose. And so then they're ready to spin or to dye from that step. And I've been working a lot with natural dyes recently. I used a lichen dye last week that made this really crazy purple dye. But yeah, from there you can go ahead and spin. I usually use a drop spindle rather than a spinning wheel, just because it's a lot less expensive, and it also is a lot more portable, so you can bring it around a lot and get a lot more done. So I mostly use a space in the annex, which is part of the ceramic studio, actually, separated from the Old Stone Mill building near downtown. It's the space that's used for messy art, Old Stone Mill projects, which mine often falls into. And then I also use the kitchen in the actual Old Stone Mill to do a lot of the dyeing of the wool that I process. And since I started, I've focused a lot more on trying to use a lot of different natural dyes, find out what different plants around here produce what different colors and how that all works. There's a lot of chemistry that I don't know anything about behind all of that. I'm trying to get more of a sense of how that works. And also I've been able to network a little bit and find other people that are trying to do the same thing. I actually found someone during my second semester of the project who raises sheep and was processing wool in the Old Stone Mill as well. And we actually teamed up to teach a J-term course, or a J-term workshop last year, which went really well, so we're doing that again this year. And yeah, I guess I'm just kind of like developing more of the technique of how to do all this and getting to know other people that are interested in the same thing, and really getting some time to get a little bit more involved with the project, despite the sometimes hectic academic world of Middlebury.